all along. 695 heading to Bree Jones, Brittany Griner for the Dream Jordan Canada. This is her return to this arena. Preseason, keep in mind, this is where her injury happened. This is just her 4th game back.
Yeah, absolutely, but she certainly changes things. Carl Semesco told us prior to the game that everyone else has to now shift back over to their natural positions. Ryan Howard has been the recipient of being off the ball a lot more.
Alicia Gray gets things started as she will go.
And she is a machine on the offensive side, very deliberate and tactical with where she wants to go and finish.
Gray gets 3 the hard way. Sonia Citron, Steph Dolson, and Kiki Iriafen round out this.
How about these young rookies, Kiki Iriafen and Sonia Citron for Washington in the starting lineup?
Here's Iriafen. Got that one to go over Griner.
Brittany Griner said to us, no fear, right? She is ready for the pro level of basketball, and some have said that she has played more effectively and more efficiently as a pro, and that's saying a lot because she was phenomenal at both Stanford and Southern Cal.
I believe that was Coach Sandy Brondello of the New York Liberty as Sonia Citron, who will head to the free throw line.
And several other coaches have said
go around in just 10 games. Really, this whole rookie class has the mindset they have. You would not guess that.
Well, you're looking at Sonia Citron. I mean, she was the glue player at Notre Dame for Neil Ivey, and you know, the advice that Neil Ivey gave to Sonia Citron was go be you. Just go and just fit in and do your thing and bring your skill set to the table, and she has done that on a consistent basis.
Here's Griner on the kick. Canada re-entry inside Griner. Too strong as Iriafen gets the rebound over.
Brittany Griner, she's going to be fighting for that early position. She has been freed up a little bit more to be away from that block area for touches.
Sykes' jumper does not go. There's BG with the rebound. Here's Howard with the ball in her hands. Something that Coach Semesco said with Canada takes her out of it as she does not.
Howard, that's going to be a challenge for both of them on the defensive side.
Iriafen 3, that's off the mark as Canada now controls, pushing tempo. Here's the pace that Ariana was talking about with both of these teams wanting to play in transition.
Well, that was the first triple try for Kiki Iriafen in her young career.
Alicia Gray hits the 3 there, and she's got the first
% from range. She has had the most effective offensive display on a consistent basis for the Dream.
Shook Sutton, a little hesitation, gets right to the hoop.
Very sweet, pun intended, for Shook Sutton right there. I mean, that is a tremendous read on the offensive side, and that's what Carl Semesco said about this Washington Mystics team. They're going to apply pressure. They're going to turn that corner and attack downhill, and you got to be ready.
Canada gets it back to BG. Here's the kick to Gray for 3. That one in and out.
Cannot overhelp, and you saw Brittany Sykes, too long of a run to close out there.
Sykes off the screen. Here's Sutton inside Iriafen. This time over Jones, same result.
Smart. I mean, when you're looking at the job of her decision-making with her shots, not just the fact that they've gone in, that's just a bonus, but it's the decision-making that is most.
Naz Hillman checks in for Atlanta. Here's Canada.
It's like a little zone by Washington here.
Nice cut there from Hillman to make herself available. They kick to Howard, 3 does not go. And it drives. Sykes, the kick to Iriafen, pass fake, attacking, and Iriafen
to challenge that legally.
Iriafen, an 84% free throw shooter on this. She gets both.
And she's had 5 straight games where she hasn't had a double-double, and flirting with them, and nearly averaging a double-double as a rookie. Just under 10 rebounds for her, 9.4, to go along with just under 15 points per contest.
Gray kicks it. Jones, the 3, does not go. Hillman and Austin fighting for the rebound. Loose ball on the ground. Slow to get up. Austin kicks it to the corner. Citron, one more to Melvin. Here's Iriafen, jumper. That one short as Jones controls for the Dream.
For Washington, we said it was going to be a challenge for both teams.
Takeaway by Citron. Sykes, the one-hander, too strong. Canada coming down with it and pushing for Atlanta, trying to get something in transition here. Inside to Jones, and she gets it off the window.
What a nifty move. What to do with it? To attack that baseline side that wasn't cut off by Washington. 3-time All-Star Bree Jones with a solid finish.
Howard got the turnover, then turns it back over. Sykes to the hoop, left that short. Howard with the loose ball pickup. Canada. Hillman, the three, does not go as Citron controls.
Naz Hillman has picked that part of her game up. 38% shooter from range coming into this game for the Dream.
Citron attacking too strong. Hillman with the rebound.
Well, it's a track meet. We said both teams want to play with pace, and we've seen that.
Canada, too strong on Melbourne is pushing for Washington. That three in transition goes.
Got it to go, and he just scratched his temple like, all right, oh no, way to go with that decision, but it went down.
That's one way to slow down, just pop a three.
Well, make it though.
Gray attacking, denied by Austin, but they're gonna get a...
And that's to Ariana's point, to what Carl Smesko was talking about, is Atlanta turns Washington over here, but they can't be disjointed in the quarter court. The Dream have to settle in and try to get the best look, and whether that's getting a touch with a pass inside or getting a piece of the paint on straight line drives themselves, they've got to challenge Washington in there.
Walker-Kimbrough jumper off the mark, Citron with the rebound.
Kiki Iriafen has 5 of Washington's 8 rebounds so far. And these rookies are all over the glass. A double team on Shakira Austin.
Somehow able to get it to Engsler, who left that...
Trying to get it out of her hands. But Washington has missed a couple chippies down in there so far.
Gray's not missing from distance right now, Christy.
Nah. Gray is just so tough. If you blink and you're not closed out to her to disrupt her shot rhythm, you're in trouble. Washington needs to find her as soon as she crosses half.
2 of 3 from beyond the arc. The kick out. Here's Engsler. 6 on the shot clock for the Mystics. Dolson, the 3. That one is off the mark. Hillman with the rebound. Gray. Hillman will take. Does not go. Austin taps that to Citron.
Well, you have to count to 5 seconds before anybody gets it just to maintain that contact. But then you have to release and get the ball.
Pocket pass there to Austin, disrupted and taken away by Gray. Here's Gray on the move in transition. Kicks it to Hina Pau, gets it to go in transition.
Tahina Pau. She's just so quick. And her impressive, like for Dawn Staley in South Carolina to finish her collegiate career.
Gray has 9 of the 13 points here for Atlanta. Citron, 6 on the shot clock for Washington. Austin off the pump fake, spins, hangs, fades, does not go. Gray with the rebound.
Good job by Jade Melvin to shore up the paint. Gray was ready right there to attack. She is here on Emily Engsler.
Pau now with 8 seconds, working off Griner. Calls her own number, too strong, back iron. Here's Austin on the rebound.
Defensively, Washington went under that screen at the top.
Austin, the 3, left wide open, does not go. Hillman controlling.
Shakira Austin 0 for 3 coming into this game from range. But that one, it's almost like you have to take that. We've seen her make those during practice. That one just off the mark.
BG jumper doesn't go. Quarter. Tied at 13 now. Citron.
Shatori Walker-Kimbrough did a good job of taking the paint away from Sonia Citron. She was looking to turn the corner at the elbow.
Trying to go to Austin on the baseline cut, has to put it up. Jumper doesn't go.
Anthony Johnson just put his hands on his temples like he did not like the organization of that possession by the Mystics.
Gray off the low cross, count the bucket. Alicia Gray is hot in the district.
Slide to the right, and Chris, that was phenomenal.
Shot clock turned off for Washington. 8 on the clock here. Melvin on the cross and attack. Denied by Griner. Here's Engsler. Dolson. Does not go. What a flurry of a finish here in the